Yeah, I just want to personally start this video. I know this is going to sound strange when I say this, but I personally want to start this video by saying thank you to all workers that go to work to supply some kind of need for people like me that need to eat and drink water and have everything that I need. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say thank you to those people who actually go to a job that they probably don't even want to go to supply needs for people like me, like all of us that are around. I just want to say thank you. I'm not doing it for no recognition. I'm not doing it because I want a thumbs up and all that. I'm actually saying thanks because all that matters to me is a need. And yet again, I'll refer to Life is Overrated here. I just watched a video of his again, and it inspired me to do this video. This is how this thing kind of works. I watch a video from someone else, and it kind of gives me a push to keep going. You know what I'm saying? And I understand, that people don't want to go to work and stuff. And I'm even telling y'all, do you think that do you think that I want to uh, put my art online and try to sell it? You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to do this stuff, but I have to do something to get by too. It's like, look, let's be absolutely honest with ourselves here. If we're being absolutely honest with ourselves, and we're not bullshitting ourselves here, a lot of younger people will understand it in these terms. We are all, just because we understand what is really going on here and we know the ins and outs of how society is and how things at our job is and everyday things, we know how that is. We are all in this game. We are all in this blue-pilled game of life. Every one of us, whether we want to be or we don't want to be. I don't want to do most of the stuff I have to do. I don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like going down to get my script from the pharmacy. I have to go down here and then they're usually late getting it. It's just a whole charade of things that I usually don't want to do. And this is how it is. And if there was something that I could do to change these facts, I might do it. But I know that a lot of these things I can't change. And like I told y'all, anytime I say you or I seem like I'm preaching to the choir, I'm not preaching to anyone. I'm telling myself this stuff. I'm not preaching to anyone out there. I'm not telling people to do or not to do. I'm not telling anyone to be positive or to be negative. I'm not telling anyone to do anything because in the end, it's we have to do what we have to do for ourselves. Plain and simple. It's no other man or woman's going to do anything for us. And like I told y'all, do you think that I want to do what I'm doing and stuff? You don't think I don't feel like a hypocrite? You don't think that I don't feel like some sucker kind of in a way, even though I'm not looking at it like that anymore. It's something that has to be done. Like I have to do something to get by too. I have to do something to make enough for myself in order to pay my rent. Like if I don't, then I'm going to be out on the street. I'm going to be homeless. I'm going to be in a position that I don't want to be in. I wake up every day with these thoughts, these haunting thoughts that tell me, just give up completely, Nate. Why do you keep doing this? And I ask myself this every day, and it's kind of like a ghost that does haunt you. It's kind of like a demon, a couple demons at your side, saying, "Oh, well, what's it worth? Just stop." You know you don't want to do it, Nate. Why are you doing it, Nate? And some people, they would call that schizophrenia and other stuff. And I don't know. Who knows? I might be a schizophrenic. I might be autistic. I might be something. I don't know. But you know what? It's so hard to really get this across to everybody that may be listening. It's like, what does it matter? What does it matter in the end anyway? So might as well make the best out of it. It's like, even though I say that, I know that I still have things that come up. Like the last couple days, I feel like I'm going in one of my valleys again. I feel like I'm slowly going from one of my peaks, and it's like dropping off very slowly, and I'm going to go on this roller coaster ride down again, and boom, and I'll be down for a while, and then I'll come back up slowly. This is how I am. I know me better than anybody in this world. I know myself. I know how I am. I know the things I think. I know what I go through. I know how a lot of people are, because we're all kind of the same way. When we talk about different and changing, what do we really mean by that? When I say the word different, all that I am doing is I am being myself. That is being different, is being yourself, because how many people are actually going to be themselves today and not like everybody else? How many people are actually going to be the Martin Luther Kings and go and get hit in the head with a rock protesting that you can't do this to our people? We need food and water and stuff too. You won't feed us in a restaurant, but you'll feed a white person. This is how ignorant and stupid we are. We're going off of a color. We're labeling. This is how stupid. Anyone that is racist, they are cowards. They are ignorant. This is how stupid our thinking is. Just because someone's another color, we're not going to feed them. Just because someone looks different, we don't like them. And there's a saying. I'm going to end the video with this. I'm not going to make this video real long. Hold on one second. There's a saying here. Give me a minute to find it in my notebook. There's a channel named Jordan Owen. I'm not calling him this because he already calls himself this. He's a guy that says he's autistic and stuff. And, he says it on his own channel about himself. So I'm not calling the guy that. And there's nothing wrong with being autistic. Like, sometimes I think that I'm slightly on the spectrum of being something. But he wrote something, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, give me 1 second. Because he was so right when he said this about humans. He wrote this about human beings. And I said, my goodness, this is so freaking true. Yeah, he wrote something on here about people, how we are. Here it is. Listen to what this guy Jordan Owen said right here. Listen to this shit. The human race does not want to pursue happiness. The human race wants to be miserable. Actively seek out being miserable and complain about being miserable. That's what the human race wants. Jordan Owen. Now, the way that he said it in his video, it was a lot different because it was a buildup. And listen, when he says this, he's talking about every single one of us. The human race does not want to pursue happiness. This is... Why do you think we're so unhappy? Because we're doing all these things that don't make us happy. It's something that we really don't want to do. If we could have some way that we could do the things we want to do and then when we labor for food and drink, for things that we actually need, we wouldn't have to have it the way it is. But this is the way that it is. And listen, if there was somehow I could escape from this, and like I said before, I could go and build my own land and have my own crops and do that myself and know that what I'm doing, it's for the things I need specifically. It's not me working for some corporation to get someone rich. I wish there was a way to do that. And there is a way to do that. Someone who has the ability to go and buy wood and has enough funds to buy the things they need, they can do this. They can do this. But I know most of us can't, because most of us are broke, quote broke. You see, this cash system has got this thing such in a stronghold, and it's just the way it is. I understand the hypocrisy in this. I'm not stupid. But yeah, the human race does not want to pursue happiness. The human race wants to be miserable. Actively seek out being miserable and complain about being miserable. That's what the human race wants. And this is what I hear, and I'm not personally talking about anybody. I'm talking about when we are by ourselves with our personal selves. How many people complain about being miserable when they're miserable, but then they don't do a damn thing to do anything about being miserable? You have people that are overweight that complain about being overweight, but they won't do anything to lose weight. They won't go and buy celery. You know, listen, here's the part where people don't want to hear. This is what people don't want to hear, and I didn't want to hear it myself either. And I don't even like saying this kind of shit, because I know the things that people don't want to hear. I know. You know, it's like if you're overweight, then go on a diet. It's not that hard. You're just thinking it's hard. You've been trained to think it's hard. You've been conditioned to think that it's hard. I eat oatmeal, celery. I went back to eating some meat. I don't eat it all the time, but chicken, lettuce, broccoli, a little bit of milk with my coffee, and water and watermelon. That's all I eat. I don't eat nothing else. And I don't have, I do once in a while, I get a skin flare up here and there, but it's nothing like when I was just eating anything. Just eating wheat and soy and grains and all that stuff. And some people, that is, their bodies can handle that. I have a reaction to certain foods. I can't eat certain foods. It gets me depressed. It gets me groggy headed. But anyway, listen, what I'm saying here is when he says the human race wants to be miserable, you don't have to be miserable yourself. You see what I'm saying? In your own time, you don't have to be miserable. You can talk about your misery and talk about when you're miserable like I do. But there's people that actively seek out being miserable, and then they complain about being miserable. How much of a conundrum, a hypocritical conundrum is this? Like me, listen, I woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. But you know what I decided to do? I decided to get on here and make a video. I don't feel like really doing this video right now, but I decided to do it because I'm not going to sit here and keep thinking about all this shit in my head, because that's how I am. If I sit here and keep thinking and I don't do anything at all when I can do something, when I have the ability to do something, this has nothing to do with positivity. This has nothing to do with any of that bullshit. This is not a label. It's just simply me saying I am not choosing for myself to be miserable, even though I'll tell you when I'm miserable and how I'm feeling, which I'm doing right now. I'm telling you how I'm feeling right now, and I'm not feeling too jiffy right now. I'm just really not in the mood. It's just one of those gloomy type of days for me. And if I don't talk about it and I don't say anything, then I'm just going to keep feeling that way. And then I'll keep complaining about it. And even though I have to complain about it, let me complain about it so I can get it out of me and I can actually maybe move on and do something that I kind of want to do if I want to do something. You know, I don't know. It's like, look, y'all, we are all in this. We are all in this thing. Some people have to go to work to make a living. Some people work with kids to make a living. Some people like me have to get online and try to sell their art for a little bit of money to make a living. This thing is, listen, just because we have to do something for money to live. It's not that we associate ourselves with money. It's not that we are lovers of money. It's not that we're going to go out and sell our body for money. It's not that we're about money, and all this shit. It's not about that. It's just so that we can get by. It's just for the things that we need. But people get this mixed up. They say, "Oh, well, you're a sellout. You were talking about on your channel how success is this and that, and being rich is this and that, and getting money's this and that." Well, all of us have to have money to pay rent. All of us have to have money to get food. Like somebody said, I'm a capitalist. Well, how stupid is that to say I'm a capitalist? We're all capitalists. We all buy and sell shit. That's the way that this is set up. This is the way that white men set this up. Well, actually, this is the way that men set this up. You know, I shouldn't even say that because, see, now I'm calling people a color. And it's all stupidity. It's all stupidity. And it's just, I'm past that stupidity. I'm far past that stupidity. And what I'm doing now is I am doing things that I want to do. I'm doing things just to get by. I'm doing things that I necessarily don't want to do all the time, but I know if I don't do them, then nothing's going to happen anyway. So what does it matter either way? You see what I'm saying? And then a lot of people, they'll use that as an excuse to just completely not do anything. If they're overweight, oh, well, then I'm just going to keep eating cheeseburgers and fries and Wendy's milkshakes and all this stuff. And I don't care. You're the only one that can care about your health. You and I are the only ones that can care about our health. You and I are the only ones that can make a decision to do whatever we're going to do for the day. Are you going to decide to just be completely miserable and just hate everybody and everything? Or are you going to decide to say, look, I'm tired of this shit. So while I'm here, might as well do something. And you don't think I feel like a hypocrite saying these things? Because I know what people think. I know the voices in people's heads. I'm not saying that I hear audible voices, but I know how that little thing in your head is telling you, oh, well. You know, I know this. I know how people think. I know how humans think because I know how I think. And I am one of the most compulsive thinkers. I am one of the people that when I am thinking of something, I can't stop thinking about it until I do something about it. And in that doing, it's not that I want to do. It's just like, what the hell? I might as well do it. And what else can we do? What else can you do? What else can I do? See, when I say you and I say I and I say we, I'm talking about the entire world. I'm talking about every human being. I'm not just referring to you, the one watching, or they over there. I'm talking about every single person here in the world. And everyone goes about doing things a little bit differently. But it doesn't make any of us that different, really. So anyway, I'm about to drink my coffee, get this day going. What else can I do? You know, it's like, what else can I do? You know, what is something that gives you joy? Is there anything that gives us joy, or that we can do right now to, like, if we're feeling like crap, then maybe you can go take a walk to feel better. You know, there's days I have to force myself to go for a walk. I don't want to walk every day and get exercise, but I have to force myself some nights. Do I want to go down here to this pharmacy and wait in line with 10 people there and all this to get my script? No, but I have to do it. And then I feel like I'm some preacher guy. I feel like I'm some mentor sitting here telling people what to do. And it's not what I'm doing. I'm not telling anybody to do anything or not to do anything. I'm just saying, for me, this is for me. There is no answer. It's just for today, basically. And I'm not talking about NA and AA when they say just for today. I'm just simply saying, just for today. What can I do just for today to where I am not completely miserable? I am not completely hating something or totally downing myself for no apparent reason. Like, what am I doing just for today? That's all there ever is right now. So anyway, stay up, stay lowly, resonate.